Hello and welcome to another one of Icebat's video game commentaries.
We're sorry to say that Monument Island is off limits. You've got to go. Workmen should proceed to the island by means
Well,
of
fuck you. So the other day in class,
Those things them coppers came riding in on back.
we attended a lecture given by Don Smith, who is a psychology professor, teacher, whatever. Anyways, he's from North Central University.
To Monument Island with a shot.
And he was telling us about enlightenment in the brain.
Whoa!
And how we could control not only our bodies with our thoughts, but our lives as well. So this morning on the bus, I had an experience where I was listening to a podcast and they started talking about drug use, such as meth and cocaine. And immediately I began to feel uncomfortable and my body started to have feelings like heart fluctuations and stuff. It's really weird. It's like, I don't know, I just feel really uncomfortable and like this whenever people start talking about drug use, like methamphetamines and speeding up the heart, and I'm just really sensitive to that stuff. And I also can't watch House. I can't watch medical shows or anything like that because I just can't stand it. And I didn't just come from here, did I? Okay, that's pretty cool. And then I thought back on the seminar. And what it is he was talking about. What he told us about our thoughts and being able to control our bodies.
And the Lord saw the wickedness of man was great, and he repented he had made man on the earth. Rain. 40 days and 40 nights of the stuff, and he left not a thing that walked alive. You see, my friends, even God is entitled to a do-over. And what is Columbia if not another ark? For another time.
He gave us an example of a shy student being asked to publicly speak in a class. The student feels a mixture of emotions, such as nervousness, fear, embarrassment, and all this is due to the belief that he will be judged by his peers. Therefore, he doesn't want to speak, and this is because of his negative thoughts. I mean, it's those thoughts that are causing you these difficulties. They also have an effect on the body. Like, you know, when you become nervous, you start to sweat and whatnot. Ah, that was way off. Oh, no, it wasn't. Let me select my murder of bats. And this is all due to the brain being, you know, he was talking about how
Somehow get some elevation, I could probably reach it.
it's been found that the same cells that are found in the brain have been found in other areas of the body, such as the lungs and the heart. And so everything is interconnected in the body. I mean, your biology, your brain, your thoughts, and, you know, it's your sympathetic and your parasympathetic nervous system, such as it used to believe that your sympathetic nervous system used to control, you know, like adrenaline But then they also found that you had a parasympathetic nervous system, which also countered that, bringing you back down from that adrenaline rush or that high. And so these things, they all work together, and they all fluctuate together. And that's why, based upon your thoughts, it can have an impact on your body. And this has been gone to show in research, which, where is he? Which details, like, people living in a more stressful environment, for example. You know, they're more likely to have... Oh, this guy's so annoying. They're more likely to have, maybe heart issues. People of low socioeconomic status. People who have difficulties with managing, or coping with life. You know, and it can also be the other way. I mean, like obesity. I mean, in that scenario, I suppose it can kind of be like chicken and egg, because what is it? Somebody with a low socioeconomic status, you know, having to buy more fast food because our culture is different than it was in the past. I mean, you know, the quote-unquote poor people are more likely to be obese and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna get into that because of that, you know, I don't want to offend anybody or anything. Headshot. So yeah, it's a big deal, and so right there on the bus, I took that into consideration and told myself that it was due to my own thoughts that I felt this way while listening to the podcast. And you know what? It helped. I stopped feeling so uncomfortable. It's mind over matter. Did I just freaking come from there? Yes, I did. And then I started to wonder, what else can taking control of my thoughts, or where else can this lead me in life? I'm starting to think this can really help me on my quest for world domination.
Stand down! Stand down!
Watch over me and lend me strength. Father Washington, hear my prayer.
The brain is an extremely powerful thing, even more so in my case because I'm a bat and, you know, not some human. So if I want something, all I have to do is think towards that goal, and it can come true. I could become a prophet, like Father Comstock.
I know why you've come, false shepherd. I see every sin that blackens your soul. Wounded knee, the Pinkertons, the drink, the gambling, and of course, Anna. And now, to repay a debt, you've come from my land. But not all debts can be repaid, Booker.
You don't know me, pal.
Prophecy is my business, Mr. DeWitt. As blood as yours. You know why these men will die for me? Because I have seen their future in the glory, and hence they are content. What brought you to Columbia, Booker? Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt? This will end in blood, DeWitt. Then again, it always does with you, doesn't it? It always ends in blood.
So I asked myself if
You've
this...
come to lead my lamb astray, but thy crook is bent and thy path is twisted. Go back to the Sodom from which you came.
If this is all that it takes, the power of positive thought, challenging my negative thoughts and focusing on a goal. Why is it instead that I just choose to sink into negativity and drink and wallow in self-pity and blah blah blah? And I think there is also a part of life, a part of us that likes to suffer.
Holy shit.
There's just something about being alive that invites it, I suppose. Oh my god.
Gotta find the controls to take
But is
this
that
thing
so
to Monument
wrong?
Island.
Is it so wrong to suffer? People are perhaps too transfixed on being happy. I mean, what if you could take that suffering and make it a part of yourself? Maybe you could become a god, or in my case, a bat god. Yet at the same time, one of the students in the class said they wanted success. What is success? Is it our American culture's version of success? Or primarily earning a high income equates in success? What if that doesn't fulfill you? And I think that's part of my problem. I don't really know what it is that I want. I don't know how to reach success. I mean, I do know that my goal is world domination. And at the same time, it seems like such a lofty goal.
Okay, I'm sure I can get this thing going.
And I have to put in all this time of energy and blah blah blah.
But I'm just a prophet. So I don't have to. Amen.
I mean, look at this guy though. He reached it.
Jesus!
He's got people who set themselves on fire for him.
Hell out of here! Shit! That was close.
And I mean, is that even true though? I mean, because I think that, I mean, personally, I found that a lot of things in my life, a lot of the things that I've gotten done, have come from determination, not from you know, thinking positively or anything, but just, I don't know, from becoming pissed off and fed up, and just saying this is the way that it's gonna be and that's it. But then again, I guess that's the same thing. I mean, I suppose I'm arguing positive thought, you know, like thinking flowery and whatnot. But as long as you can still be determined in your thought process, that should be enough. Even if the way that you reach a goal is through anger, as long as you have that determination, that's enough. But why is it that our culture
Oh, there it is.
seems to just want you to think in this flowery
Got her locked up
prose?
in this place.
I don't know, I guess the only thing you can do is take one day at a time. I mean, life isn't necessarily about having a goal in all cases. Sometimes you just have to live for the here and now. And sometimes I think that a lot of success stories that our culture offers us conditions people to believe that they are living to reach an end-all, be-all point. You know, and I just don't know, I mean, for me personally, what else that would be other than like a bat god, so... Yeah, it can get confusing sometimes. I mean, who's to say what it is that you want now is gonna be what you want 5 years from now?
I guess even in a restricted area, these crackers need someone to clean the floors. Those politicians and scientists don't bother about what they say around me because I'm some half-leaded colored boy. But I can tell they scared out of their wits by that thing they got locked upstairs. Yes, sir. They got a dog about to tell, and they don't know whether to hang on or run.
So, yeah, if any of you have any thoughts, Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much for listening to another one of Icebat's video game commentaries.